What if their laughter is already warning you that their brain is in decline and you just haven't noticed? Over 40% of seniors show emotional warning signs of dementia long before memory loss begins. And laughter is one of the most bizarre signs. It shows up in how they laugh, at the wrong things, at the wrong time, without realizing it at all. In this video, you'll discover 7 strange laughing patterns that may quietly reveal early dementia. They are all based on real documented case stories, so you can act early and protect the people you love before it's too late. Let's get into it. Number 1. Laughing after causing danger. 3 years before her dementia diagnosis, 75-year-old Charlotte forgot to turn off the stove, filling the house with smoke. When her daughter ran in, panicked, Charlotte just laughed like it was nothing. Later, she tripped on the porch steps and bruised her hip, laughing again even as she struggled to stand. At first, her family thought she was just trying to ease the tension, but over time, the pattern grew more frequent and more chilling. That was when her family knew it was time to seek professional help because something deeper was happening. Experts confirm that inappropriate laughter after causing danger can signal early brain changes, especially in areas that control judgment, impulse control, and emotional regulation. As the brain begins to misfire, the natural emotional responses, like fear, embarrassment, and concern, get replaced by shallow or misplaced laughter. Over time, these misplaced reactions can grow more frequent and more obvious. For seniors, this shift is not just strange. It can be one of the earliest and most urgent warnings that something deeper is changing. Feel free to subscribe. New videos like this daily. Number 2. Laughing at serious news. 2 years before her dementia diagnosis, 74-year-old Jane laughed when her grandson told her he broke his arm. Later, she chuckled while watching a news story about a local house fire, while everyone else sat in stunned silence. At first, her family thought she was just uncomfortable and didn't know how to react. But over time, Jane laughed at funerals, devastating news, and even when close friends shared serious health updates. That's when her daughter realized something was deeply wrong. Experts confirm that laughing at serious or tragic events can signal early deterioration in the brain's frontal lobes, the areas responsible for emotional regulation and social judgment. When these regions weaken, seniors may misread emotional cues, reacting with laughter when sadness, concern, or empathy is expected. It's a subtle warning sign that often gets mistaken for awkwardness, but points to something much deeper. Number 3. Laughing at someone being upset. 4 years before his dementia diagnosis, 76-year-old Gary laughed when his wife started crying over a family loss. At first, everyone thought he was just trying to lighten the mood, even if it felt a little out of place. But it kept happening. He giggled when his son got frustrated at a broken sink. He smirked when a close friend shared terrible news. Little by little, the pattern became impossible to explain away. It was not just a bad sense of humor. It was a growing emotional disconnect that no one could ignore anymore. Experts confirm that laughing when others are upset often points to early damage in the parts of the brain responsible for empathy and emotional understanding. When these regions weaken, seniors may lose the ability to recognize sadness, anger, or distress in the people around them. Instead of comforting or responding with care, they may laugh, not because they mean to be cruel, but because their brain can no longer process emotions the way it once did. By the time memory problems appear, critical areas of thinking, judgment, and emotional control may already be breaking down, with damage that cannot be reversed. But studies show that small emotional changes, like strange laughter, often appear years before dementia becomes obvious, if you know what to look for. That is why spotting these early signs could make all the difference. Let's keep going. Number 4. Laughing at nothing at all. 3 years before her dementia diagnosis, 77-year-old Carol began laughing randomly during quiet moments. She would chuckle in the middle of dinner when no one had said a word. Sometimes, she giggled while sitting alone in a room. At first, her family thought she was just daydreaming or enjoying a private memory. But over time, the laughter grew stranger and more frequent, even during serious or silent moments. That is when her husband realized it was more than just harmless daydreaming. Experts confirm that spontaneous, unexplained laughter can be an early sign of neurological disruption. When dementia begins affecting the emotional regulation centers in the brain, laughter may be triggered without any real cause, context, or connection to what is happening around them. Over time, these out-of-place reactions can grow more frequent and harder to explain. It is one of the quiet, eerie early signs that something deeper is shifting beneath the surface, long before memory problems become obvious. Number 5. Laughing at inappropriate jokes. 2 years before his dementia diagnosis, 75-year-old Don started laughing at jokes that made others uncomfortable. He found crude and inappropriate humor hilarious. At a family dinner, someone joked, "Well, at least Grandpa won't need a wheelchair if he keeps falling like that," and Don burst out laughing, while everyone else sat in stunned silence. His family was shocked. Don had always been sensitive and respectful, but now he laughed at jokes that made fun of injury and weakness. That shift was one of the first signs his wife could not ignore. Research shows that laughing at inappropriate jokes can signal early damage to the brain's frontal lobes, which control social judgment, impulse control, and emotional sensitivity. As these regions weaken, seniors may lose their natural filters, reacting in ways that feel strange, out of character, or offensive. These reactions may start subtly, then grow more unpredictable over time. It is a small but powerful clue that the brain's emotional compass is beginning to drift off course, often years before memory problems appear. Number 6. Laughing when corrected. 4 years before her dementia diagnosis, Ruth, 76, began laughing whenever someone pointed out her mistakes. If she forgot an appointment or misplaced her purse, she would laugh it off, even when it caused serious problems. At first, her husband thought she was just trying to stay positive, but it kept happening. The more mistakes she made, the more she laughed, not with embarrassment, but with a strange, detached amusement. That was when her family realized it was not normal forgetfulness. Studies confirm that laughing when corrected can be an early sign of cognitive decline, especially when the brain's self-awareness and emotional regulation areas begin to weaken. Instead of feeling concerned or embarrassed by mistakes, seniors may respond with misplaced laughter, showing a deeper loss of judgment, emotional insight, and even social awareness. Over time, this reaction can grow, making it harder to tell where forgetfulness ends and cognitive damage begins. Number 7. Laughing during serious family meetings. 3 years before his dementia diagnosis, 80-year-old Thomas began laughing during serious conversations. While the family was discussing his medical care and finances, he would smirk, chuckle, or even burst into short fits of laughter. At first, they thought he was uncomfortable or trying to ease the tension, but it kept happening, even during moments that were deeply serious. That was when his wife realized the laughter was not nervousness, but a sign his brain was struggling to grasp what was happening. Experts confirm that laughing during serious conversations can be an early sign of frontal lobe dysfunction. When these areas weaken, seniors may lose the ability to recognize emotional context, reacting with laughter in moments that call for seriousness or empathy. Over time, these inappropriate reactions can grow more frequent and harder to ignore. It is one of the quieter, but more telling signs that deeper cognitive changes are underway, even before memory loss becomes obvious. If someone you love is laughing like this, it is not just strange. It could be the first warning that their brain is starting to break down. The earlier you see it, the more time you have to fight back.
And there you have it. What are your thoughts? Next, dive into this video for more essential tips to transform your health and help you thrive. You're going to love it. Thanks for watching Healthy End, and we'll see you there.